Do you still think that Moroccans still ride camels? Do you still think that all Moroccans are terrorists? Do you still think that Islam is a terrorism?
America's really weird with the way they feel about Muslims. My stepmom found out I was going to Spain, and she's like, "Oh, there's a lot of Muslims in Spain." And I was like, "Well, I don't think that I'm under the threat of terrorism by being an American." She was like, "Do you want to, do you want to find out if you're wrong the hard way?" I was taken aback at that. It's like, is that how people think about? Is that how Americans think about Muslims?
I never met American students. I try to discover the American, the true American people with them. Because when we live with somebody, he's himself.
Hello. I have never met any American students, never. I have friends who I met online actually, so we were really kind of fruitful, learning from them, things they like, And then we have this stereotype of our own that this arrogance of American people and all that. So I need them to clear things up for me.
Americans, it's not their culture to learn languages. The minority of Americans are the ones who study Spanish, for example.
In the films of American people is Superman. They do all. It's not simple like the others. There is American people, there is the others.
Here in Morocco, we have a lot of stereotypes about American people.
They'll probably think that we're, rude and egocentric with little care about the other world.
Americans' impression of Morocco, I don't know how much contact people actually have. To be honest, a lot of people don't know where Morocco is.
Are they mad at Americans? Do they like Americans? What is the realities on the ground?
I personally fed up with the stereotypes. I personally fed up with Al Jazeera. I personally fed up with CNN and what they're saying. I just want to hear from the real people.
When I was the first time on the boat crossing the Strait of Gibraltar, I was shocked. It's only 9 miles across. And when I realized that there are every year thousands of American students in Spain, I thought, what would happen if I bring the two sides together?
It's not a meeting on coffee for 1 hour or 2 hours. We will live with them for 1 week.
I have never been to a Muslim country before.
I don't know if I can say that, but Islam is not what they think.
I think it will be very different to be in a country that is predominantly Muslim versus a Catholic Spain or a Protestant America or a Jewish Israel.
Well, the people who live in New York, in Bedford-Stuyvesant, who are Muslim, the men always wear these long, flowing robes. I always kind of was interested in who they were, but I never asked.
I just want them to know who we really are.
We really need to talk to each other and to know each other.
So we're going to be walking with our luggage too?
For the other embassies. So, and now she's wearing a hijab as well.
Correct. As opposed to
we could see Morocco across on the horizon, and so the tension started building a lot. You could see it slowly drawing closer as you're going over the waves. we got off the boat and everything just changed. And then I got nervous and I was like, how are we going to make friends with 4 random strangers?
Well, before the trip, I was very excited. But the first day, I was a little bit like not comfortable, not knowing them, not knowing how they look, what they were gonna be like, how they will talk to us, they will like treat us. But meeting them and then talking and talking and talking.
And really, I was scared. I was scared how I will have a discussion with them because I never studied English before, and his English was so fast.
I'm curious of those first impressions. Like when I heard Manal talk for the first time, I thought she had like a New York accent or something. I thought her English sounded like scarily good.
For some reason, he latched onto me as soon as we went into that souk.
I'm sure that he said, inside him, oh, what a crazy boy! Oh.
So we just get into this meat market, and Rush just like he puts his arm around me, and he's like, "Let's go on."
Oh, sorry. Ladies first. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Oh, come on.
In my background, I have 2 sisters. My mother has a doctorate.
PhD. My mother is illiterate, so, but she educated me really well. She told me you have to respect women.
In Moroccan education, my sister is with me at school, and I protect her.
It's always physically.
But from what?
Physically and
From what? You protect her from what?
I used to protect my brother from my dad doing his homework.
I'm not saying like I protect my sister physically because there's like law, there's police people, there's police station. Nobody can touch her. So I can't protect her physically. So
I'm not agree with you.
I don't agree.
Well, I'm not in America, please. We have only one policeman. One policeman for 70,000 people.
Come on.
That's a fake idea. That's wrong.
It's not
wrong.
idea. It's
That's
true.
wrong.
Listen, when you cross the
That's
streets,
really
you've
wrong.
been saying that there are
One
police
policeman for
people everywhere.
17,000 people.
Why-
That's really
Sorry.
crazy.
Sorry.
That's really crazy.
But let's not say I don't agree with him. I don't agree with you guys because
I haven't
let's be
idea.
real.
Like, I didn't from touching you, from harassing you.
If we don't speak with emotion, that wouldn't be, Moroccan discussion. I feel free when I speak like this. I feel free when I move my hand, when I speak with my emotion, when I speak with my face, when I speak like that. I'm feeling myself.
I was really happy being an observer of that.
It made me think about like how in America there's such a different, I mean, for me at least, it seems like there's a different culture of when you have a conversation, people are much more reluctant to really forcefully disagree with people. You know, whereas you guys were just like, no, I disagree with you and 35%. You really upfront with it. I really like that because in America, it's like, I don't know if I totally would really say that I'm feeling you here.
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from.
ready to root?
They are so different, so different that I imagined before.
David, I don't understand half of what he says, but we kind of get along really well.
This readiness to know more about the other, to experience the people before judging them.
They might be more or less different, but we all have different backgrounds, and you learn to just get over that and have a good time and just enjoy people because they're really good.
They have any borders.
I know, it's so weird. Like
with internet, with emails, with all, we have to talk together.
Yeah. When you're in a country that has its own culture and it has its own identity, and this other group comes in and they have their own culture and they're completely impervious to it, or they don't even try to integrate it or understand it. My biggest fear about traveling with groups is that you become this really ostentatious counter-cultural presence.
The fact that they gave us one of the best rooms in the house, they seem to put the guests 10 times further ahead of themselves than, I'm ashamed to say, than I would. The first night we got in, they brought the baby in at 1 a.m. to play with us. We immediately were accepted as part of the family, and they were already throwing their babies at us to kiss and play with.
Yeah, but there were so many. There was the final countdown.
Tim was tired and he want to sleep, and they say, "Nobody sleep now. You have to hear my bad jokes."
When I woke up that first morning in Rabat, I saw Rosh reading a book by Henry Kissinger, 7 in the morning.
I read it for 3 times, and you know, I don't understand. He write this book at 2000. A new power, a new American power. It's so stupid now. A new American power. America is not a new power. America now is all this power now.
I was so tired. I was just like, whoa, politics. 7 in the morning.
In this book, we have America like, you know, sorry for girl, you know, the girl with the red cap, red clothes, the wolf and the forest. And you know, this America is the wolf there. You know, and grandma, you have a big, you have a big eyes, you have a big throat, cheese. And America say, no. I'm just your grandmother. I will help you now. I will give you the democracy. You will live very well. But she is the wolf.
It was good to be challenged. I mean, the first challenge is always the hard challenge. I mean, but we had many conversations after that. Each one I was ready for.
The United States is sometimes trying to show that it's offering help to us, third world countries. But we do believe, like the masses do believe, that these are not really help, be it financial, be it whatever, but it's sorts of baits to get more profits from our country.
Right now, of American income, 0.0015 goes to non-political aid. It's disgusting. Disgusting. Sorry.
I just think like your government makes you like fear of everybody out of the U.S. In the U.S., they just give you cables of TV, so they give you the channels you want, they give you the news you want. You just get what they want you to get.
Do you think that we don't have reason, that we are so irrational, emotional, rages?
And somebody in Denmark draws a cartoon, and then in some Muslim country they kill a nun and they burn embassies and they riot and people die over a simple drawing on a piece of paper. Of course we think that you're irrational and you're out of your mind and you have no sense of...
We are a third world country. We cannot do more than that. We don't have any power to impose it on you, America, to respect our feeling, to respect our religion. So, and our government, most of the governments of the Arab world in general are so cowards to do anything diplomatic or anything political to fix that. So we, the people, we are hopeless. We don't really have a power to impose respect. So we express rage. Express rage, and people are different. You know, I express it by speaking or writing. We are a third world country. We have people who are illiterate, and they express their rage differently. Their rage from what? From your disrespect, from your ignorance, because you don't read about it.
We're going to develop our countries ourselves, but just get out of it. You're like, whenever there's a problem in the world, you can find a finger of America over there.
No. Who created the mathematics? You know the truth? Who created the mathematics?
You mean algebra?
Algebra is Arab. In this moment of history, you have nothing.
Well,
the European have nothing.
What music do you listen to?
America.
Yeah.
You listen to American music. What movies do you watch? You watch American movies. I'm not saying that that's great intellectual achievement, but don't say we have nothing.
Listening to the American music, watching the American movies are all the press attempts to understand you guys. Well, at the other side, what do we see? none care at all of what we are doing, of what we are trying to do.
From then on out, I mean, either the whole thing was going to fall apart or we were going to band together and create this trust.
They were all like very open to discuss things and to learn. See what I mean? Maybe teach and learn, give and take.
It became hard. Like just accusations after accusations.
Okay, I'm from America, and I'm from the United States of America, and I'm proud to be from America. But I'm not Thomas Edison, and even though I'm proud that a man from my country invented a lot of great things, I didn't do any of that, right? You know, I never shot anybody in my high school. You know, I'm an American, but that's not something I did. I'm part Sicilian, but I'm not in the mafia. But I don't know how to cook Italian food. You know, there's all these things that are clinging on to me, right? I never declared war on Iraq.
The hurt that's on the Arab world side, and then there's the hurt that's on the quote-unquote West side. You definitely have name number one, 9/11. I mean, just the hurt from the shock and the horror of seeing the Twin Towers fall and the Pentagon.
All the world is a victim for this war. No, all the world.
It's time some like serious things. It's time that they should be left to women.
Everyone was trying to represent themselves and their country to the best of their abilities for a while. And then once we started switching sides, helped break the shell and helped draw the focus back to why we're all together, what we shared in common.
How can I feel friendship? When you respect me and I respect you. When I speak about what is secret and you speak about what is secret for you, David, for example. He speak about his girl and his past and his love to me. I'm sure he don't speak about this with everybody, but he speak about this with me, and he's my friend. I did the same with him. We have trust. Even we have trust to speak about our personal life. We will have trust to speak about what people can say. It's a big politics. In my opinion, what is friendship if we can share everything?
I saw Roast, and I was like, I don't know how long I'm gonna get along with this guy, because I saw Roast, and he almost looks like Morocco's answer to James Dean.
And David, it's so crazy. When I am with David, it's like I'm watching 3 American movies in the same time. Yeah, it's so good to be an actor.
One of the biggest ways I communicate with people is through humor, through having a fun time and just being really goofy and just goofing around. And we could relate on that. There's, we were lucky that, our senses of humor all sort of bonded.
I'm fully awake. I'm fully awake on this picture.
The one you're currently digesting in your mouth.
You can learn a lot with joking. Yeah. Well, inside the joke, you have a lot of information.
You are a princess, yeah, I have 2 questions.
Rushed is like, it's like, when Rushed enters your presence, it's like, welcome to Rushed, population you. It's just like you are in the world of Rushed, and there is nothing else you will be thinking about. There is nothing else you will be dealing with. It's just Rushed. In Morocco, people get very physical with each other. I really like that in Morocco, the way that everyone's, kind of touching each other, and it gives you such a healthier feeling. But yeah, so Roche really takes advantage of that Moroccan touchiness. He just comes up, puts his arm around you, gets right up in your face, and I think he wears some sort of fragrant thing that just is musky and manly, and like this Jersey sort of in your face smell, and he's got his voice he's got one of those voices that when he's talking you can't hear anything else because his voice, it lives in your ear, and he's so smooth and deep, and it's just it just goes right in your ear, and it's like you're smelling him, you're feeling him, you're hearing him, he's seeing him in your face, and it's just like, oh my God.
I love this man. He's my brother.
I like Tim.
It was interesting thinking about, how different your upbringing must have been, the things you've thought about your life, the ways you've seen the world.
American, they live on the other side of the world, and if the television gives them that everybody in Morocco, they are like Bin Laden, they will never search if there is somebody in Morocco who is like Roche, because Roche don't exist in America. For them, I'm only a Moroccan. And it's the same for us in Morocco. There is no people like David.
To me, it's there's labels, right? They're Muslim, we're American, or they're Eastern, we're Western, or however you want to define it. But it never really sinks in. People are people.
What happened this morning? We were all having breakfast, and I went and I just prayed right next to the girls who did my prayers. And Diana went to the bathroom, and she was reading some verses from the Bible. And I was like, hey, I just figured out I'm Muslim. She's Christian, and the other one is Jewish, and it's just I forgot that. We have different religions, but still we're not different from each other. We talk, we joke. That's what I believe. I felt really good and great, and I'm really proud of myself because that difference didn't have an impact on me.
We live in a secular society, and we don't define ourselves in religion that much. No one's going to put me down because I'm a bad Jew.
Well, for other people, their religion is definitely a part of their daily life.
It has to affect your behaviors. When you practice Islam very well, then you're a very good person. You won't do bad things. If you practice the Judaism very well, you're going to be a very good person. You're going to be a good person.
For me, it's we need to if I want there to be a heaven, I need to create a heaven. So I guess for me, it's find some really great beauty with the world that we have here.
Objectively speaking, we have to mention that in our religion, which was not only made to be a relation between one and God, but it was made to be a system of life. System of life meaning social, political.
So what happens in this society when people don't agree on what Islam is? What happens to the atheists? What happens to the Jewish people? Are they not part of society?
Here's the thing. I am a woman, a Muslim woman. I was supposed to wear hijab. I choose not to wear it. Did anybody attempt to kill me or ask me, you are not a good Muslim? No.
My God, he goes whenever I have this problem, whenever I'm kind of crying or something, I can feel him saying it's okay, fine, you can just go take a shower, go do something. It's so personal. I really love God, and I feel like He's really close to me. And I pray 5 times a day. It's just because I want to say thank you 5 times a day.
Even I'm lonely in the world, I just close my eyes. I'm lonely in the world. There is nobody. Nobody. And there is only God. This part. There is no Jewish. There is no Christian. There is no David because there's no Jew. We don't have to say, I have the best relation. I'm right, you are wrong.
There's like a verse in the Quran. It says like the nearest person from you guys to me is the person who practices the relation very well and behaves with each with the others very well.
Please, it's not true. It's not the person who practices the religion, his religion very good. It's what the person who don't do anything bad.
This is a religion.
Not a religion. I'm sorry. Because there I have one problem. You know, first, I love this power. I love God. I love very much God. And I am not it's personally. But Tim is not Christian and he's not Muslims, but he is a very, very good guy. I respect him. He's a very good guy. You are Muslims. You are Jews. You are nothing.
He's not religious.
Yes, and he is very, very good guy. No, even I'm God. I'm sorry, but even I'm God, I will love Tim than me.
You can't say this. You can't put yourself in the place of God.
Even it's until me and God.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah, it's until me and God. I'm sorry, but it's until me.
Not.
My God.
But what was kind of weird is that the conflict was in one like culture, which is the Moroccans. So its conflicts are human.
Yeah.
Are you upset?
No, it's until me and God. I love God than you. I'm Muslims. To have good health, we need food. To have a good spirit, we need prayer. We need faith. It's the same. When I had a problem with Fatah, I was sad. And when I am sad, I'm doing my prayer.
Moroccan way of discussion is to give to talk with emotions. You know, use your hands. Maybe stand up and leave.
Being angry in Moroccan friendship does not mean that we are not friends. We can find friends who like another football team, and when my football team win, he is angry. It's the same when we speak about relation. I have to feel strong in my spirit, and how I can do this without my religion, without my faith. For me, faith, it's God give us religion, give us Quran, give us many things, and on the same time, they give us mind. Only God is the first and the last on the same time to say you are a good man or you are a bad man. Relation in my life, in my personal life, and the same time the same relation on on the international life, it's something like it's not the same relation.
A relation that asks you to be a good person. I don't think that this relation is asking you to kill people.
God, He give us a mind. Some mind can just follow this dark part and give some dark interpretation.
It's relation in the world. There is a part of some people, extremist people, using the relation. Maybe it's a better understanding of the relation, or they're using the relation for their own benefits.
When they want to make war, they just search a name for this war.
I was taught by the book, by the Quran, not to kill an innocent person, not to kill a child, not to kill a woman, not to kill an old person. Just, you have only right to defend yourself.
My personal relation makes me happy. This relation make many parts of the world sad. It's not the same religion.